Hello, everybody, and welcome to Baby Triplets. So, happy Wednesday, everyone. And I wanted to come on because I haven't done a video in a while with the baby triplets, okay? And this is how this channel started with the baby triplets. We have Darrica, Danny, and Darriella. And yeah, it's been a while since I did a video with them. So I wanted to come on and, change their clothes, change their diapers, wipe them off a little bit, and just chit chat a little bit. Okay? I thought you all would want to see them because it's been a while since I did a video with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, uh-oh. One out of the three has to be a little bit upset. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the boy, Danny, because now I have these little, these little beds here for them. So I'm going to set, let me just show you. All right, so we're going to take, let me just lay them down for a minute, and then I'll do one at a time. I'm going to change all three of them. Okay, so we're going to take, the shirt is kind of big. Darrica. All right, so I'm going to lay her down. And I'm going to give her a little toy to play with. This is their little beds that I have for all my little babies. So I'm going to give her a little toy to play with. Okay, that'll keep her calm. Okay, and then Darriella. Oh, poor baby. Oh. 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 Okay. I'll lay her down. And I have a little toy for her. And that might keep her quiet while I deal with little Daddy here. So, for those of you who don't know, Danny is one of the three boys that I have in my little orphanage that I call Rainbow Babies Orphanage. I think I want to change the last part to nursery instead of orphanage, even though it is an orphanage. But I think I want to change it to Rainbow Babies Nursery. And one of my, and I'm just going to chit chat with you all while I wipe Danny off and change his clothes and all that kind of stuff. One of my faithful subscribers named Miss Carrie, the one who was the reason why I ended up getting baby Joseph Isaac, she helped me with the names for my, I'm sorry, my bird is chirping away over there. She helped me to figure out a name because on one of my videos I had said that I wanted to find a name for my nursery. I have 9 girls and 3 boys. And she gave me a whole bunch of different names, and I love the rainbow name because I have all sorts of babies. I have Chinese, I have black, I have Caucasian, I have Hispanic. So just a rainbow of colors, different nationalities and races. This is what I'm going to put on little Danny. This is like the little outfit that he had when I first got him. Now, it does have like a little pink bow on it, but I'm going to turn it around and make it unisex. So I'm going to make it like a front shirt instead of a back shirt for him. Okay, so I'm just going to take some wet wipes and wipe them off first. And then, yeah, so she gave me a whole bunch of, like tons of different names, and I love them all. But I came up with, one of the names she had gave me had rainbow in it, and I love that. So I decided to go along with that. So thank you, Miss Carrie. I really appreciate that. She also helped me to name part of my other YouTube channel that I have called Juicy Tingles. yeah, I had named myself Juicy originally, and then she told me that, you know, people might can find me easier because she was saying it was hard to find me. Um, and she told me if I just add the name Tingles to it, it might be easier for people to find me. And I was like, Juicy Tingles, I like that. So she's part of the reason why I'm Juicy Tingles on my other YouTube channel. That's the channel where I do ASMR and mukbang, for those of you who are interested in stuff like that. So anyway, so yeah, Danny, I have some little diapers here that I'm gonna put on him. So let me go ahead and put a diaper on him. Yeah, I love babies, you all, if you can't tell. And if you haven't seen my last video, I had mentioned that I could possibly be reborn pregnant. So hopefully by this weekend, I'll have my little home pregnancy test so that I can do it and bring you all the news. I don't want to have you all waiting for the exciting news of me possibly being reborn pregnant. So, yeah, I gotta hurry up and put his clothes on. He doesn't like to be cold. Okay, so I have some baby oil gel that I'm going to use this time to put on the babies. I love this stuff. This is really good. I don't use this, but in the summertime I use another kind. It's called Johnson's Baby Oil Gel, and as you can see, I'm gonna need to get a new one for the summer. I only wear it in the summertime to keep my legs nice and I don't like just straight baby oil. It's a baby oil gel, and it's actually excellent. But this is the kind that I have for the babies. So I showed it in my last haul that I did. So if you haven't seen my last haul, or if you haven't seen the last video I did for Easter, talking about possibly being reborn pregnant, I have to take the test, and I'll link those videos. Well, I'll link the last video below about the reborn pregnancy situation, and then if you just scroll down into my archives on this channel, then you'll be able to get the recent haul that I've done and some hauls that I've done in the past. So I'm just gonna lotion him down, or oil him down rather, and put his clothes on. Yeah, so I love babies. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on this channel before, but years ago, like in the 90s, I used to do home daycare. And I had about I had about nine children. I guess you say, wow, that was a lot. But I had an assistant to help me out. She actually used to babysit my children when I was actually working. She used to actually babysit my children, and she was an excellent babysitter. So when I started my daycare, this little diaper here is making his little pants tight. Luckily, he's not crying while I'm trying to get this up. But yeah, she used to babysit my actual children, and she was an excellent babysitter. So when I started my home daycare, I hired her as my assistant because, you know, it was nine children. Some were school age, and some were, babies, and some were toddlers. So, of course, in the summertime, I had all the kids, but then, during the school time, some of the kids, like I said, went to school. Yeah, so it wasn't as hectic during the day, during the wintertime, because some of the kids were in school. But in the summer, it was. So my assistant would come over and help me out, with the lunch, and just taking care of the children. Well, anyway, like I said, I just love, I love children. And the reason, and I did that for a few years, home daycare. And the reason why I did not renew my license when it was time to renew, because you have to renew and go through all these little classes. But I got a little close to some of the moms, of the children that I watched. Um, we became friends. And we actually used to go out, like on the weekends, me and a couple of the moms. So one of the young ladies who I used to watch, two of her sons. One was kind of like baby stage, and one was kind of like he had just started school. So even after I wasn't watching her children anymore because she had moved, so she had to find another babysitter that was close to where she moved at. But we were such good friends that we still stayed friends and we still stayed in touch. And I used to go visit her, and she would still come visit me and bring the kids, so I could see them. But the baby, okay, he died, okay. That's kind of sad. That makes me sad. But this was back in the 90s. The baby that I used to babysit, he died. And like I said, by me still being friends with her, I was still close to her. I was still close to the children. And that literally broke my heart. That one of the kids that I used to babysit watched. Thank God it didn't happen during the time when I was babysitting him. Like when he was actually coming every day to the daycare. But what happened was he had a very bad cold, and she was taking him to the doctors, and they were giving wrong diagnosis, and she finally took him to another hospital because the baby wasn't getting any better. And by that time, whatever was going on, I think it was like pneumonia going on. So by the time she took him to another, okay, so here's baby Danny here. Okay, so I'm going to give him a little bottle and let him sip on a little bit of that. And then I'm going to move along to the other two children. Um, but yeah, like I said, the one hospital, she took the baby to that hospital like twice. And they gave the wrong diagnosis. They weren't treating it properly. So by the time he got to another hospital, after she had got fed up with him not getting better and not really getting any answers, by the time she took him to the other hospital, he was really, really sick with pneumonia, and he actually died while they were there. So that was so heartbreaking for me. And by me being good friends with her, I'm just going to lay baby Danny down and give him a pacifier and give him a little bear to play with. I don't want to lay him down drinking milk. He didn't really drink any of that, so I don't have to burp him. So now I'm going to do Darriella. But yeah. Oh. So, like I said, by us being friends, really good friends outside of me watching her kids, she wanted me to help her with picking out, the clothes for him to have his funeral in. And that was the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life, was to go help pick out clothes for a friend's baby that died that I used to babysit. Like, that was the worst thing, picking out his suit and shoes and then actually attending the funeral. Like, that was so hard for me. And I was like, it's no, I can't take it, because I got so close to the children. I'm like, what if this happens again? Like, I didn't want to go through that anymore. So I lost my drive to care for other people's children when that happened, because that really affected me. Um, I'm going to change her diaper. That really affected me. With the little baby dying, and I think he was 1 by the time this all happened. I think he had just turned 1. And like I said, attending a baby's funeral, I don't know if any of you all have ever done that, but that's like the worst thing ever. To have to pick out the clothes, just do everything. Go and it was just rough. I'm going to really just stop talking about it because, like I said, that was back in oh my gosh, the early 90s. And, just thinking about it just really just brings it back as though it just happened like yesterday. Like well, anyway, that's the moral of that story. Why I did not do daycare anymore after that. That was tough for me. That was hard. That was a hard pill to swallow. So sorry for that little sad little note. So let's just move on to something else. But anyway, yeah, my love for children stemmed way back then. Actually, it didn't stem, but it stemmed from when I was younger. Actually, you know how when you're younger and you have your little cousins and stuff, and y'all, run up and down the street and play. We used to go to our grandmother's house sometimes on the weekend, my cousin and I, and we love doll babies and all that kind of stuff. And we love doll babies so much, we actually love real babies too. So whenever one of our older cousins would have a baby, like we were just like, wow. And it was this lady that used to live down the street that used to babysit me at one point in time, me and my brother. And she had two of the most beautifulest kids. When I tell you it was a girl and a boy. They were adorable. So kids, usually are outside playing and running around and riding their little big wheels and jump roping. And we did all those types of things. But when she had those babies, we used to spend our time, me and my cousin, going over and helping her feed the babies and bathe them and dress them and play with them. Like, we just love babies. Like, and this, like I said, was ever since I was little. I mean, like, I guess you could say 6, 7, 8 on up. So I've always had a love for babies. So maybe that's why I have 12 in my nursery here and climbing. So, yeah, so here's the little outfit that I'm going to put on her. On Darriella, okay. It's a little hard getting these little pants on over top of these diapers. A lot of the clothes that I buy them are really too big, even though they're infant clothes. So this is the outfit that she came with. So this fits perfectly. So I'm going to have to look for, I guess, doll baby size clothes to really fit them, good. And by this being her size pants, it's hard to get it on over top of the little diaper. So I'll try this little trick. Okay, all right. Babies, they cry when you fumbling around with them. Okay, it's a little trick. You hold them up and just kind of pull their pants up like that. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Cutie pie. Okay, so it's just a little shirt, and it has a little headband that goes with it, so I thought that was really cute. So, yeah, so my love for babies, started very young. One Christmas, my mom got me a Baby Alive doll back in the day when Baby Alive was pretty popular. And oh my gosh, that was the best thing ever. That doll had diapers and food, and I could feed it, and oh my gosh, I loved it. Like, I truly loved it. So hopefully I am reborn pregnant because I love the babies. So there she goes. Cute little outfit. All right, let's see if she'll take a little bit of milk. Yeah, so the babies, actually, the baby triplets have graduated. They were at first just on milk. Now they have actually graduated to oatmeal here recently. And little, see, they're not really hungry. See, she's playing with it. So I'm going to lay her down. And, oh, look at her. Okay. All right. I'll give her a little pacifier. See if that'll calm her down. Isn't that cute, little pacifier? Yes, I'll lay her down with that. In the little bed that I showed you all. But yeah, they graduated, so now they can eat little finger foods now, little little Cheerios. They make them all soggy in their mouth and stuff. So I thought, wow, that was pretty neat. Okay, last but not least, Darrica. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so she's the last one, so let me go ahead and get her done. So I do have an Instagram page for this channel. It's Baby Triplets, lowercase letters, no spaces. If you want to get an up close and personal look at the triplets or any of the other babies, like I said, it's 12 in total. You know what? The reason why it's 12 is because one of the babies is the triplets' cousin. Okay, they have a cousin named Jessica, and she comes over sometimes. Her mom brings her over from time to time. Like if the babysitter, is sick or can't watch the baby, she'll bring her over. And then sometimes, on the weekend, she'll bring them over so that they can play with their cousin, Darrica, Darriella, and Danny, and then of course all the other babies. So, when I say I have 9 girls, she's included. Because I did a video the other day showing all the babies, and she wasn't here. It was Easter, so she was with her mom. She was with her mom and dad on Easter. So when I say I have 9 girls, I include her, my little sweet niece, baby Jessica. So, and I've done videos with her before too, where I've combed her hair and stuff. So you just have to go back to some of the previous videos in the archives and